Hello my fellow hobbyists, how you guys doing? Well, you folks been requesting an update on the video, so here it is. My tank is alive and well. Again, I don't have no loss of fish. And since then, since the last video I've added two new fishes. One is the coral beauty on the right side. And I've also added an anemone, which is also doing good. And by the way, I have not fed the anemone since I bought it, which is 2.5 months ago. And it's doing good. It's kind of hiding in the back. I would like to be in the front, but it's kind of stuck itself on the back. I can't seem to get it out because I can't reach it. As soon as I try to touch it, it shrinks. And because it's slimy, I can't get it out from the back of the rock. So I guess it's going to stay there. And my tank is doing good. As you can see, I have a lot of coralline algae growing in the tank. And it's looking good. And over here I've got coralline algae at the bottom of the sand. And basically my tank is doing good. The coral beauty, the new addition, is looking good. So back to the point I was making, which is tank still running on canister filter. And when you choose a canister filter, if you want to run salt water on canister filter, make sure the filter that you're buying doesn't come with a lot of sponges inside, because the sponges over time can build up nitrates. So try to buy a filter like I have, which is Eheim. It is all media, 2 little sponges on top that you can easily remove and wash. And don't be afraid of nitrates with canisters, because if you are good with maintenance, you won't have problem with nitrates. Even if you have a refugium, if you don't maintain, for example, if you don't wash the socks every 3 days, you're going to have a nitrate problem. So no matter what kind of filtration system you have, refugium or canister, you're going to be doing some work. And if you don't want to do work, you are in the wrong hobby. And the very important thing to keep nitrates in check is the kind of food you feed to fish. And the best way to keep nitrates down is to feed your fish frozen food. Not frozen dried fruit, frozen fruit coming out of your freezer. If you feed flakes, well, you know flakes go around all over the tank, and then they deteriorate, and then you're going to have a nitrate problem. Pellets are better than flakes because the fish seem to eat them before they sink, and they don't fly all over the tank. But the best way to feed your fish is frozen food. And the way to feed the frozen food is, first, of course, you put it in a cup, you put some water in there, let it thaw, and then you drain the water out, or you strain it. You're left with the shrimp itself. And do not dump all of the shrimp into the water. Take a spoon or a syringe and put a little bit into the water for the fish to eat, just a little bit, so that it doesn't sink to the bottom of the tank. And when the fish is eating the amount that you have put in the tank, then you put a little more, then you put a little more. And that's how you feed. Don't dump all the shrimp at once, because some of it will sink to the bottom and will be left uneaten, and that's where you're going to have problems. So that's how you feed, or at least that's how I feed my fish tank. And so far so good. Everything is doing good. Coral and algae growing. Tank is doing good. No problem so far.